out on a OS map, you know.
Yeah.
Checked how far it was, you know, a piece of string on the OS. I had a 3 mile and a 5 mile, 6 and so on.
Yeah.
And then when I got GPS, I realised it wasn't quite as far as I thought.
Did it make the first few runs feel harder then? You had to make up the distance.
Yeah. Probably a quarter of a mile out or something.
I got an outside run, did just about 16k in the lovely sunshine, although it is very warm and surprisingly windy. Being inside all day, you don't realise how windy it is until you step outside. But nevertheless, a good run. Finished on a very long hill and felt that. So that compounds an easy run into a more difficult run. But yeah, pleased with how it went. It actually felt easy, which is nice. I'm glad to have got it done outside. Feels good to be out and about running. I really do appreciate it.
On the gravel path. Talking.
So this just goes in parallel with the cycle path?
Yes. We'll
Okay.
come out under that railway bridge in like 200-300 metres.
Is there a side that you prefer?
I tend to use this more than the path that we were on.
Yeah.
Right, come to me a little. It's quite wide here now. Quite good underfoot as well. Slight right. Going to go uphill slightly.
Tuesday, as always, was a speed session. It was 6 times 1k at 5k pace with 90 seconds recovery. But the time that I'd finished my run on Monday, and because I was out for work all day Tuesday, and I knew I wouldn't do it once I got back, I had to do it in the morning, really early in the morning, and it didn't give me enough recovery time, basically. So I knew when I started, sort of just during my warm-up, I tend to do like a 2-mile warm-up, my legs were feeling heavy, and it just felt difficult, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to get through this, or I'm not going to be able to do it at the pace that I want to, but let's give it a go. And it's annoying or expected that when you have that doubt in your mind or that seed that you're not going to do it, it just is the energy that you have for the run. And I know you should just believe you can do every run, but you know how your body feels, don't you? So it's normal, I think, for those thoughts to creep in and for them to influence the run, although the physical side is also there. My legs were tired, I didn't have enough time for recovery. So yeah, I managed to do 4 reps with my warm-up, and then I decided to throw in the towel, basically. I did a cool down and I thought, you know what, 4 out of 6 isn't bad. And then I knew I was going to do a workout in the evening, basically. And so I ended up doing 15k in the evening. Very easy, like a couple of minutes slower than my easy run pace. So it was very easy. But it was interesting to do 2 workouts in a day, and one of them not completing and one completely off plan. It made me think I could do double workout days, because do like 1 hard session and 1 easy session, but swap it around, do the easy session in the morning and the difficult session in the afternoon. Not something that I'm going to take on. It's not my plan. It's not even something I'd consider discussing with my coach because I'm not there yet. I don't need it. But yeah, it was good to know that my body is quite adaptable. So yeah, that was Tuesday.
Right.
Wednesday was midweek longish run because I'd done that double session on Tuesday. I was worried how my legs would feel actually on the Wednesday. And starting out, it felt okay, and I thought, okay, this isn't too bad. And then it just continued to be okay. So that was great because I knew I could do a tough day and then do another longer run less than 24 hours later. I always find it interesting that if I do a speed session and then a long run session, it's okay. But if I do a long run and then a speed session the day after, I really feel it on the speed session. But I say it's a long run. It was 12k. I went out with Jen, her on the bike. And yeah, it was just a nice, easy run. On the faster end of easy, actually, looking at my times. And yeah, it just felt comfortable. And I was really surprised by how comfortable it felt. So yeah, a nice, good run. And that brings us to sort of Thursday and Friday. So Thursdays I always have the option of having a rest day, but I didn't. I actually did a bit more. I did 7k in total, sort of 5.5k easy, and then strides for the last bit. And yeah, that was just standard, I suppose. It felt easy, wasn't difficult. And normally on Thursdays I do a very, very easy run. But yeah, this week I did it just easy instead of very easy, and it felt great. Friday was interesting, I want to say. It was a hill repeat session. So on my plan it said 12 by 1 minute at 9% incline fast with 60 seconds recovery jog in between. So basically 1 on, 1 off. And so I don't know what fast means, especially on an incline, because what you can sustain as fast on flat ground is completely different to what you can sustain for a minute on an incline, especially a 9% incline. So I didn't know what the rest bit meant. I should have qualified and asked my coach, but I didn't. I didn't know if that meant the 1 minute recovery was still at an incline but at a slower pace. So I started off way too quick. So I started off, the 1 minute on at faster than 5k pace, much faster than 5k pace, and then did the recovery on the incline as well. I did 12. So on the fourth one, I was dying. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to assume it means flat recovery. So I did 4 more with flat recovery, but still at an all-out sprint pace, not sprint pace, but 1 minute pace on what would be flat ground. And by then I was pretty much done. So I reduced the speed to 5k speed for the final 3 at the 9% incline, and then the last one I brought it back up to what would have been all-out sprint, but I think I only lasted about 45 seconds. So I did it, but it was a mixed matched one. And it was quite funny because I felt it, went outside onto the balcony just to cool off after, and when you're breathing really hard, like you just double over sometimes, just to, I don't know why, it's probably better to get an oxygen standing up rather than bending over double. But then I sort of burped but not burped, it's TMI, and I threw up, not a lot, and it was just liquid. But yeah, I was like, ooh, first time sort of throwing up, even though it doesn't really count. It was literally like a little trickle of drink that I'd had during the run. And it didn't, it felt tough, but it wasn't tough enough to throw up. I think I just burped awkwardly and a little bit of drink came out, and I counted that as throwing up, and my first throw up on a run. But no, it was a solid session, one that I really felt. Hills I have a mixed feelings towards. I actually really enjoy hill sessions, but hate hills in real life. And everyone says, oh, I tend to speed up on hills. It's not because I feel good on hills, it's because I want to get them over and done with as quickly as possible. But yeah, it was a good session overall.
So go around to the left. Go to the left. But yeah, I said, yeah, he's happy with your side, my way, your way, or whatever. And so I'll be able to tell her, yeah, Jen does it, professional.
Well, I feel like Jen does a lot of stuff that maybe most people wouldn't get away with.
I don't know. Having done the guide running course, I thought, yeah, it's a different little, different thing with Gaia. It's what's you, whoever it's.
Saturday long run done, around 25k. Felt really good actually. Did it as a sandwich, so did an easy start, then a slightly quicker park run, and then yeah, run back. Started off nice and cool with a bit of wind, and within an hour it got on very, very warm. But yeah, really good. I thought it'd be tough because I did a hill session yesterday evening, which was really tough, which doesn't give much time for recovery for an early Saturday morning run. And there were a few hills on this route, but yeah, felt okay. I'm just really pleased with how this week's gone. This is the third week of good running, and it feels like I'm back. And this week was a bit of a fluke, an accidental, because I did an extra run. My highest mileage week. I've done about 90k in total. But yeah, felt good. I am just, yeah, very pleased, very happy. It was great to have company on this long run in the form of Jen and Pete. And it was good to see everyone at Park Run. It just breaks up the long run a bit, and allows me to do a slightly faster session. It wasn't that much quicker on average, but yeah, very pleased, and now time to relax.
A couple of runners coming towards us to bring up probably more. Yeah. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning. Warm up. No, I'll get it. Coming to us, well, never run coming towards us. Morning. But yeah, when the park run was this way round,
Yeah.
he was coming down this slope, and he knew that we were getting to a river here, the upstream, and it's a bit one up, but it was a straight on the sprint or run from the